Good afternoon. You're live for Play or Pass. I'd like to say hi to everyone on the panel. How are you gentlemen doing today?
Good.
Good.
Good heat. You got some heat up.
Yeah.
Got a little
Here-
heat. Summer's coming.
Yep.
Yep.
Summer's coming, so it's nice to see. I've definitely seen spring this week, so I was glad to see that. Actually, even went out in the sun for about an hour yesterday. Just a little bit of vitamin D on the old skin. So.
Yep.
That
Vitamin
D there in Canada isn't as strong as the D in the Carolinas, though. I'll tell you that.
True that, because I felt very comfortable. I was even wearing my jeans. Just took
Uh-huh.
my shirt off, and I was like, this is comfortable.
Yeah.
Felt good. So thanks for everyone joining us here on Play or Pass, where we'll review a movie, which is The Survivor this week. If you've never watched our show before, we'll do a review of a movie, and we throw in people over on the side chat. We'll throw their comments in as they comment about the movie, and we'll give it a play or pass. Would you recommend this to other people? So be sure to join the Telegram group, which is down below. And there's a hyperlink to it, so join it so you can vote, and so we can hear what your opinions are on these movies, as well as being able to vote for next week's movie. Usually say hi to everyone. Got Soheil hanging with us.
No,
He's
not
always
actually.
early. Huh?
He really wasn't there. We were trying to reach out to him.
Okay.
He better like say something to us because I'm kind of upset with him. He's hanging out in Portugal, but he's listening to some
White Lion.
White Lion, and what do you do? Listen to White Lion and shut us off? I got my eye on you, brother.
Yeah, listen.
Okay.
Don't be listening to him, Soheil. Leon, thank you for hanging with us. Honey B, thank you for hanging with us. Jim is always with us. So it's great to see everybody in the side chat, and we'll see some more people probably jump in once we get going on this. First and foremost, let's take a look at the movies that we have, our options for next week. This is a sheet that Aubin makes, and he posted in the Player Pass room, so you can see the different movies that we have listed. So you can see that. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Just toss this to the back, and I am going to open up Vivaldi, and let's take a look at those movies. So, hold on. I forgot. I gotta. If you have it minimized, Chrome is like doesn't see it. It's like there we go. So this is the movie we have this week, The Survivor. Some of the options for before the end of the show, we will know what we have to watch for next week. Yeah.
Before you do anything, what did they go up to? Did they go up to 7 point? No, it's 6.8 still. Okay, no, because
on Survivor.
On the Survivor.
6.8.
6.8. No, at one point it went up to 7.5.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
The other day.
I saw it 7 when I actually went to watch it.
When I went to watch it on in the P word, it was at 7.5, and I was like, oh, okay, but maybe it's not syncing properly or something,
or maybe it's dropping.
No,
let's see.
It was originally 6.8 when I first when it first came out. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So some of the options for next week's movies, and this we have people that vote. If you're in the Telegram group, you can vote on your opinion of one of these movies for next week. We have Black Site, little action thriller. Escape the Field, a thriller. So we got that. Lord of the Streets, an action flick here.
That's
MMA.
MMA guys, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of those.
Silva,
Action Jackson was on there.
What's his name? What's his name is in there? The other kid there.
Quentin Rampage Jackson. Rampage.
Yeah, but the other guy. He's a newer guy.
Khalil Roundtree.
Yeah, Roundtree. Yeah, Khalil Roundtree. I was shocked.
He's a freaking specimen.
Yeah.
He looks like he's cut out of granite.
Yeah.
All right, so that is one of our options for next week. Respect the jeu. Respect the jeu.
Yeah.
All right, little crime drama. We have the sequel to Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which sounds like this is going to be Jim Carrey's last movie. So rumor has it that he will not be doing any more movies. I mean, maybe he's got some in the works, but this may be one of the last movies we see him in. I know that he said he wasn't going to be in any more movies, and so the sequel to Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. We also have Adventures of Maid Marian. So we got that little Robin Hood action looking thing there. We have a animation little The Bad Guys, which I've seen trending. This is trending a lot, of course, for the little kids and all, but a little bit of the animation going on. And the last but not least, The Twin is our other option, which is a little horror, little thriller thing going on.
Yeah.
So those are our options for next week, and we will know before the end of the show which one of these wonderful movies we are forced to watch for next week.
Okay. Make sure you just vote.
I did.
Telegram. Okay.
All right, so we got those are our options for right now. So let's go ahead and crank up on the Survivor. So open the floor, and if people in the side chat, if you have opinions or thoughts about this movie, throw those pots over there, and Alban or I will toss them over into the thing. So this is a.
I just want to say thank you, Sohail, for jumping in. I just want to let you know we keep our eye on you.
Poor Sohail, always the first one on the show, almost always the first one.
Always.
There.
Yep.
So we got this Survivor. So a little war drama. So what you guys think?
I think I want to have this hairy guy's fight record amended for 2 more knockouts because I had to watch this movie in 3 parts. I fell asleep twice.
Give him 2 more knockouts because you sleep twice.
He knocked me out twice.
That is good. Oh, I like that. All right.
But it wasn't a terrible movie. I mean, it had good production values. The period piece all looked period. It just was slow.
Yeah. And we don't have Beach with us because he is over in West Virginia. He wasn't able to join us, but he did give us his thoughts for him. We'll share those thoughts here before long on that. Eddie, any thoughts? You're being kind of quiet down there.
Okay, this is the type of movies that I like. I love these type of movies. This movie, started off a little bit slow, but when he got into it, I couldn't let it go. I had to take it to the end. I couldn't fall asleep like Roger did.
Oh, man.
It started off slow.
That's right.
But, the determination of I have to say this. The one that really got me, virtually like a tearjerker, when he had to beat his friend.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. And then he said, his options were get a bullet in the head, or I take him out and I send him off.
Is everything...
You there? We can hear you, Alban. I mean, jumping in.
I just hear everything repeating.
Make sure.
No,
I don't hear it here. Make sure you don't have YouTube open in your personal screen.
It's not.
Damn rookies.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're here. I'm hearing it just once. I'm hearing it.
Okay.
So
but,
all right.
But
I'm
this
gonna jump
movie,
back.
the Nazi that was taking control of him. He was using him and bleeding him as much as he could. But his determination to win, to stay alive, to find his girlfriend, at the end. And then finally, when he meets his girlfriend at the end, that was another tearjerker. He met her at the end of life.
Because I think, wasn't she dying?
She was dying.
Yeah, I took it that she was dying. Yeah,
I thought it was cancer or something. Yeah,
I'm not into, it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that there's a lot of these stories should be made into a movie to explain to people what happened during the Second World War. Because, we can hear a lot of things about a lot of subjects, but when they're developed into a movie or developed into a book, people open up their eyes. Like for myself, when I watched this, it opened up my eyes. In other words, how people can be degenerating to take a person to use him, and if he doesn't do his thing, you put a bullet in your head. You know, that got to me. You know, but this story, I really liked it. I want to watch it a second time, but like I said, there's certain parts in there it took me to heart.
Yeah,
It really got to me.
here's a good quote. Leon says, "Thought it was a great movie. Ben Foster lost 62 pounds to make the Holocaust parts, where he looks just anemic and
Yeah.
The acting
Go ahead, Bob.
was great in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. For me, I can't agree with Eddie on all of it because it was slow through the whole movie.
Yeah.
It's so, but not so slow that I hated it, and that I turned it off or anything. I made it through without falling asleep, but it was just the action was very slow. And the going back and forth with black and white in the past and the current times, and I'm gonna say current because this is supposed to take place in the late '60s or something, when a lot of it took place, and some of it took in the late '40s, some in the
40s,
'60s, and then back to the early '40s when he was in the war. So it's kind of jumping back and forth. The black and white parts were tough to watch. And what's tough to watch with this stuff is us to think about what one human does to another, and that's what's, like Eddie was saying, that's tough to see, and to know that someone is so and how cruel people can be.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then I think part of it is a little bit of a lesson where, he felt guilty about fighting to survive. Him boxing he was able to survive because he's boxed, because he was in Auschwitz, and he would have died in Auschwitz if it wouldn't have been for him being chosen to be this boxer. And so then the choices he had to make, and then the sacrifices, and to go against what is right so that you can survive. And he told that story about stealing somebody's cap.
Right.
So if you lost your cap, you got killed. If you lost your hat, you got killed. A guy in the barracks lost his hat, couldn't find his hat. They had roll call, lining up. If you don't have your hat, you're dead. So he went back to the barracks, found somebody else's hat, puts it on his head, goes out there. The guy that's missing comes back to his thing. His cap is not there. Comes back out. Of course, he gets killed. And one of the things that the boxer Ben says is, was it wrong to take that guy's cap? But that's human nature. You're going to do what you got to do to survive another day. So that aspect I liked. Not that I liked that, but I liked the make you think about things. I love movies that make me think. To think about what's right, what's wrong.
Right.
But the movie itself, as a movie, was very slow and unentertaining to make. It was just unentertaining. The boxing scenes were great. Yes, the part where he had to kill his friend, and his friend is telling him, "Kill me. I'd rather die at your hands than to die by a German." And he tells him that. He said, and you're thinking, I can't imagine to be at that point. But so those are the aspects I enjoyed the movie. On those I enjoyed, but come on. I mean, the movie went in that back and forth parts.
Yeah.
I just didn't like that part. To me, it didn't flow. So, those are some of the things that, but it's just hard. It's hard to see those kind of things and to think that that's real. And we know there are people in now over the last number of years that are like, well, that didn't really happen.
Well,
It amazes me that people fall into that. Oh, it didn't happen. What? Yeah, it did.
It did.
We could go find all those
It's just-
bones and all those
Yeah.
dead people, but there's people.
Listen,
Yep.
when you see someone who's been branded over
Yeah.
there, and it's chilling. It
Mhm.
really is, because I know I've seen 4 or 5 of them that have it. Some of my neighbors were in Auschwitz, and the stories they tell me, and it's just like, that's why watching movies like this really captivates me.
Yeah.
To find out about, because I never knew this. Here goes a guy that was, a Polish Jew that was over there that really fought for his life. You
Mm.
know, it's chilling.
The fact it was going, from black and white to color. Okay, let's say past to present. It gives me the effect that, in other words, you're going back into reality. And
Yeah.
like they say, history always repeats itself.
Yeah.
To me, I couldn't get past. Are they? Is this black and white because Schindler's List was black and white? Are they?
Well,
Are they? Are they?
Mm,
Are they
I
just
think-
copying Schindler's List?
No, I don't think so. I think
No.
in the black
Then-
and white, I think it's for effect. To
Yeah,
affect
it's more
the picture,
powerful.
it's more powerful.
more powerful, and you wouldn't want to see it in full color.
Oh yeah.
Nah.
In
No,
color, it
no,
wouldn't have the same effect.
Think about the people that had to live through that,
Yeah,
and
it's
for
horrible.
them to experience it again in color. No,
Well,
it's
There's only about 6 of them left on the planet at this
no
point.
more than that. More than that.
Mhm.
No, but-
Auburn, so your thoughts?
Yeah.
I mean, you're.
Of course, I liked it. Of
Mhm.
course, because I like this type of stuff. It's a grown up movie.
Mhm.
It was a hard life to live. Very hard, and to think that all of that he had to go through, and to make it out, and sure, he had a love of his life that he wanted to find, but he ended up being with the other a woman that
Mhm.
that he was with, and he still had kids with them. They had 3 kids, he had 6 grandkids,
Mhm.
and to look back at that life, no one can sit there and say, as shameful as he felt
Yeah.
amongst all of his other
Mhm.
peers and people, and he still had to live through that. So he was living it twice. He didn't know where he fit in. I thought it was a great story. Um, the thing about those fights, 30 rounds.
Oh yeah, that one
you
fight,
know,
yeah, was 30
Oh,
rounds.
and they did fight like that,
Yeah.
at a point. But when you sit there and see this guy have to go through that to live.
Yeah, but he has to go. He has to go through that. But he knows that he has to. If he doesn't win that fight, he knows what's going to happen to him at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah, right.
So his determination was what brought him through it to get to the end.
Yeah.
No.
But you still got to think about, you still got to go back and eat with everyone else, and they're all sitting there saying, well, if you would just go ahead and die, maybe they'll stop doing this boxing thing, because all they want is just for you to box and beat everyone. The rest of us aren't boxers. That's what they got to be feeling.
Yeah. Well, and I thought that one of the other things is, and Blue watched part of it with me because she was back and forth on that, and and the shame, and what amazed me is like some of the shame that the people in New York City were, like shunning him, and I'm like, so how many of them were actually in Auschwitz living through that? And I'm thinking, to walk a mile in my shoes, then you can judge me. You know what I mean? Whereas. I thought that I thought that was very hypocritical.
But it wouldn't have been just
that
but you got to remember, they're relatives.
Yeah, but yes,
they all go into the same.
right. But
they're
I'm
living
saying
in the same area.
But again, I'm honestly to be
Mhm.
this. You're gonna do what you got to do
Gotta
to
do
live.
right.
You, I mean, so people can
Mhm.
judge you and say, "Oh, you shouldn't have done that." Okay, so I should have just died. Is that so? You're saying I shouldn't? I should have just died. So it was to me. I couldn't believe that all those people in New York City. And again, how many of
Mhm.
those? Yes, maybe they had relatives there, but it's easy for me to tell my relative that lives in another country what they should have done. But
Right.
if I had to do it, it'd be different. So I thought that I just thought it was terrible that he was being shunned for doing what he had to do. It wasn't like he volunteered and said, "Hey, yeah, I'll whoop everyone's ass in camp and
Right.
to live good." I
Mhm.
mean, he was picked out of it and told, "Hey, you do it or you die."
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And
again,
and
it's
the
a
only
story
reason
of
why they found him as a boxer is because
he
he
beat up
stood up.
he beat up
He
the
beat up
guard.
a guard.
Yeah.
And I liked how he got back the other guard. Anyhow, remember when they were when he ran away and the other guy was chasing him, and they finally was able to get him down to the ground, and he shot him.
Yeah,
You know, it was
yeah,
good.
yeah.
I
So
thought that was good.
Uh, so yeah, we got. I posted numerous comments. Leon loved the film. Very powerful movie of survival. True, it was a movie of survival. Powerful, black and white. I just wished, and one of the things that DeBeach had said, and I agreed with him before we came on air. To me, I wish it would have been filmed maybe through the black and white, and then him in the like we would have saw that part, and then
Mhm.
saw the late
More.
40s when he was trying to box, and
Yeah.
then in the timeline instead of the timeline doing this number,
Yes.
then
Mhm.
back out, oh, then come back. To me, I think it would have played for in my head would have played a better movie,
For sure.
but that's just for my taste. And again, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It just well, when we get to player pass, I'll explain what my. But yeah, it's so I did this. There was a lot of stuff in here that's like, okay. I mean, yeah, very powerful. I do think it speaks to a lot of different things, and I think it teaches you lessons about humidity, being human
Humility. Yeah.
and humility and what you're gonna do. But a tough movie to watch.
And the other side of it also, when we gotta say with about how bad he felt was, remember when he was in the church with his wife,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
he said and she told him you know why don't you basically want to come into the church,
yep,
and
yep,
he was like, God doesn't pay attention to me anyway,
Right.
yeah.
because of so much he blamed God for everything that he
Mm.
went through,
Well, yeah. Think about it. I mean,
yeah,
It was his
think.
faith in
yeah,
God that got him in the position he was in.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes. So you have the faith
yeah.
in God. So God turned, and we see this a lot of times,
You
Leon,
got yes.
Mhm.
when people put bad. They're like, "Wait, so God just ignored me the whole time that
Okay.
my family was being killed, and I was
Yeah.
just
Mm.
God turned a blind eye to that." So that's where a lot of people struggle. They'll either go one way or the other with religion when they become in those hard times because it's
Mhm.
either you're like, "Well, God's gonna find me.
So
God
you-
may got me through it," or "God forsake me." It's like
mm.
Mhm.
people tend to go one way or the
Yeah.
other on that.
Yep.
But he had to come. He had to come face to face with his religion. He had to come to face for survival.
Mhm.
When he like you were saying, when he went to the synagogue, I sensed the hesitation. As soon as he walked in, he didn't want to go any farther
Didn't want to
because
go in.
he said, "Well, what has God done for me? I've been neglected by my own God." Until finally, he goes ahead because she wanted to go sit down. Okay, but he had some big problems to resolve just to get to where he was.
No doubt.
Oh yeah.
And the fear that that he was still worried about his son. That
Right.
his son, he wanted his son to be able to box because he could still think that was still going to happen again. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
He,
Yeah.
because
he
when those
had,
bombs, when he was training over there with Danny DeVito,
yeah,
Yep.
and
Yep.
and the fireworks are going off, they're all looking at him like, well, what's this? Well, we weren't in Auschwitz. We don't know what the heck what you see. We don't know, what you've been through.
mm.
Well, that's
And
that a lot of soldiers go through that. Even
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
triggers it.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
Like when he had to talk with his son. That
Yeah.
that
yeah, I like the ending. I like the
oh
ending.
man,
Mhm.
that hurt.
Yeah.
You know,
Um,
but like I said, history always repeats itself. We're seeing that today in Ukraine. So
Yep.
yeah.
it's
Yes.
different story, different day, but it's the same bullshit.
Hmm. I just like when DeVito said to him, he's a tomato can to Marciano.
Hmm.
You know, it's, and Marciano did beat him like a tomato can. I do have to say that. It was bad.
But he put up a good fight. I mean,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
wasn't just a pushover
Right. Right.
in that fight.
Yeah, he could take a beating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, he could.
Hey, wow.
It was a great story. I just thought that they told the story poorly.
Hmm.
Had it been in linear fashion and let us build some love for the guy and understand where he was coming from, I think it would have played a heck of a lot better.
Yeah, but Roger, you don't like it when they jump back and forth?
Oh, in some movies I don't mind it at all. In this one, I found it not helpful to the plot at all.
No.
They didn't build any. Had they built up all the black and white parts at the beginning, and you really had some feelings for this guy, then when
Okay.
he was going through the PTSD in the ring,
Hmm.
when he said that to his wife in the church, it all would have made more sense, and it would have been
Okay.
more powerful, in my opinion. And it might not have been so damn boring because it knocked me out 2 different times.
It's like a sleeping pill.
Yeah, yeah.
I swear that he did get 2 more knockouts because he knocked you out 2 times. That's classic. That right there. That was.
Oh
I
man.
never even thought of that one, but I did go sleep. So, all right. Let's see if I was gonna see if anybody else had some other. So Heel says better than Batman for
It
sure.
was better than Batman.
Hmm.
Felt like the girls fighting in the co-main event was 30. Yeah, Saturday nights the UFC
Yeah.
fight was
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and we're gonna give give our vote for play or pass. And what we mean by that is if you would be willing to recommend this to a friend or family member and say, yeah, I put my name on this movie. You need to watch this. That would be a play. If it's a movie that you don't want to recommend because you don't want your friend to come try to knock you out, that would be a pass. So we're going to go ahead and start with Eddie down there. Eddie, so what do you think? Play or pass?
For me, I'm going to be a little bit more biased. I'm going to give it a super play.
Wow.
Wow. All right. So Leon says the film was shut down for production for 5 weeks so he could gain 50 pounds. So
Wow.
from the past to the. So,
Mhm.
hey, if we'd have filmed it in lineage, if they
Mhm.
could have filmed it in the right order, he would have been able time to gain some weight. So, Roger, so what do you think? Play or pass for this?
It's a pass for me. Like I said, it was all done well. Great acting, great set, great cinematography, but it was boring as all get out, and I think they told the story wrong. Pass.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Alban, play or
It,
pass?
it's a play for me. I really enjoy these type of movies. I thought that this was, it was right up my alley. I really liked it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it. If I could give it the super soft play or just a pass. Yes, Roger was exactly right. I mean, there were so many good things about this film, but could I recommend this to one of my friends to watch it? I mean, it would be such a small demographics of my friends that I would suggest to watch this movie. Again, not a bad movie. Great acting. The history piece was wonderful, but it just was not a fun movie to watch or I don't even want to say fun because people are going to say, well, it's about the Holocaust. It should be fun. But it just, could I recommend this to someone? That's where I would struggle. Yes, I know some of my friends would enjoy it, but could I recommend it? Very few people could I recommend this and not want to get knocked out on the back end of them watching it. So Leon gives it a big play. So yep. But not big play
Not
for
for
him,
kids.
but not for the kids.
Mm.
So he gives it a play. Look at Roger and I are going to be on the down. We're going to be on.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, hey, that's what we're all. We all have our own different principles. That's what I like.
Look at me. Does it look like I follow trends?
What are you talking about, handsome fella? Like you said. Yeah, still, I ain't got a mullet though. But all right, so I don't see anybody. Octavia, I know that she probably gave this a play. Maybe she's jumped off. I know that she was saying that she liked it. I don't know about anybody else. We're missing a bunch of people today, so I didn't tweet this today, so maybe some people forgot that it was Wednesday. So maybe we'll get some people on the comments below to post about it again. Let's see, Alban, what's the voting on Telegram? Did you?
It's 3-6. Three play, 6 pass.
See, there's more of
passes.
our people were passing on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't want to come on here and say,
Oh, I'm against the Holocaust.
yeah, yeah. Find out we're gonna take you out. So yeah. So again, watching this and looking at the side chat, you got more people that liked it and would give this a play than some of us would pass. So again, depends on what your interest is. If you're a person that likes those type of documentary-ish or historical pieces, it probably would be a movie that you're gonna like. Again, filmed good.
Yeah, it was.
I think
I would enjoy the story more in an hour-long History Channel special, where they just told me this guy's story.
Yeah, and not go into the girl that he found 40 years later, and it finds her when she's about ready to die, and she's like, "Well, I found out about you the day after I got married." So basically, his ploy to fight Rocky Marciano, that was the reason he wanted to fight, is because he wanted her to find him, and it was a day late after she got married. And then I kind of felt bad. I kind of felt bad for his current wife.
Yeah.
He's pining.
Yep.
But she knew.
Yeah, she did. But he's still pining for this other woman.
But no, when I say that she knew, she might have known where she was all along, and she just wanted him herself.
No, I
never know.
I didn't get that at all.
You never know. Listen, you never know.
I don't think she knew, because she was she seemed genuine.
He was a boxer who was, she knew he'd be able to give him a home, have kids. Listen.
She stuck with him when he was being a dick to their kid.
Don't they always?
Dang. The comments and the opinions of Alban are not held by the rest on the panel. So just keep that in mind, YouTube. So yeah, Octavia gives us a play. I'm torn between a slow pay and forget it. Yeah, it was just a little bit slow. Sorry, I did not watch that. It's not my kind of movie. I got you, Honeybee. That's okay. It was a tough watch at certain points, being historical parts. So I don't know. We'll say it's a 50-50. It's about a 50-50 on this for play or pass for this particular movie, The Survivor. So if you're into some of these kind of things, again, acting was good. You're not going to have tons of action. This is not your typical war movie. You're not going to have tons of war going on. So definitely something to watch. Oh, look at how would you rate The Survivor? 4 or 5 for me. No, I'll give it a 5. I'll give it a 5. I'll give it a 5. All right. So let's see. We're going to talk about what is the movie we got to watch for next week, Mr. Alban.
Sonic right now.
Ay.
Yeah.
Sonic, which this was the #1 grossing video game based movie of all times, which I could not believe. But I
thought about that when I watched it too.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the other ones. you know.
No, listen, I got.
Okay.
Well, since
I'm
they
okay
didn't
with
win it. I'll
Okay.
tell you my thoughts
All right.
on these real quick. Um,
Black Site. Did you?
Black Site, it sucks bad. Okay, that's what I wrote
All
down.
right. All
Okay,
right. All right. Escape the
uh,
Field.
Looks like
that
it sucks bad.
it sucks bad. I didn't say sucks bad. I didn't even write down anything else. I just gave it a down arrow for a pass.
Okay.
It was kind of weird for a thriller. It was more like a thriller horror. But
Okay.
if you needed to go to sleep, uh,
Right.
you
It's
could
another
watch that one.
knockout movie. Okay.
It's a
All right.
knockout. That's a
All right.
knockout.
What about Lord of the Streets?
Lord of the Streets?
UFC
If you're
guy?
an MMA fan, I'd say watch it. I gave it a thumbs down, but it had MMA fighters
Okay. All right.
and like I said, Khalil Roundtree. I never expected ever to see him in a movie, and he did pretty good for that. That's why I got to
All
give
right.
him
Respect the Jew.
respect to do. That was a thumbs up. You'll only understand it if you're from the hood. But
Okay.
I really liked it. No, it was good. It was good.
So us
If
white
anybody-
guys from the Midwest don't need to watch.
Anybody who's a Jamaican would really appreciate this movie. Okay,
Okay.
so that's what I got to. That's what I got to
Okay.
say. It's good.
All right. Adventures of
I won't say
Maid Marian.
anything about Sonic. Maid Marian. It's it's more like a made-for-TV movie. I think
Yeah.
Blue would like this one
Okay.
because she's like a big
Yeah. Yeah.
Robin Hood type
Oh yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
She'd really enjoy this. I liked it.
3.3 though. Oh my goodness.
No, 3.9.
No,
Oh,
3.3
it's
right now.
3.3. So that went down, huh?
Yeah, that tells you it's
Yeah,
going down.
Yeah. Well, how many people voted?
130.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
The
All right,
Bad Guys.
Bad Guys.
I really like that one. It's a good.
Yeah. I thought about
family
watching this.
animation movie. If someone wants something to watch with your kids, there you go. The Bad Guys.
Yeah. It looks like it could be funny. I mean, does it got a lot of funny
Yeah,
parts?
it's funny. Yeah, it's got a lot
Jokes
of funny
and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that it
Yeah.
kind of might. I've been looking at it because on trending movies I see it and I'm like, I should watch that because sometimes those kind of movies I really
Yeah.
enjoy.
Yeah,
what was that?
this one was
Not
good.
Fruitopia. What was that? Not Fruitopia. Something Topia.
Zootopia.
Zootopia.
I love that movie. It had so many quirky little comment or jokes and one-liners. It was great. So, and even though I'm not a kid, okay, The Twin.
The Twin, I gave it a thumbs up because it was an okay horror with a great twist at the end.
Okay.
So that was my kind of take on
All right.
stuff. But
Awesome.
I was going to say something and now I forgot. My old age, forget it.
All right. So those are some of Auburn's thoughts on the movies we did not pick for next week. But next week's movie is
but
Sonic.
I remember what I was going to say.
Yep.
Well, with Sonic, I guess people could have their kids watch and we'll get their input and get their votes.
It's PG. This is a PG
it
movie.
is PG? I didn't even notice.
I will say I think Blue was with me a couple years ago when we watched Sonic, the first one. I expected to hate Sonic. I'm a Mario guy. Not Mario. I loved Sonic. I was a Sega Genesis guy. Okay, so I was, I had my Sega Genesis, and so I loved all this character. I loved it, and when I watched Sonic the first one, I couldn't believe how much I was actually liked it, and I was expecting to hate it because I'm like, this is gonna suck. At the end of that first one, I was like, that wasn't too bad. Is also what kind of mindset you go into it.
Right.
Put it up here. You're gonna always.
Hey, Auburn, what was the second best? The runner-up.
What do you mean the second best of the movies?
Movies.
Well, Eddie, you're gonna want to watch Respect the Jew. You're gonna want to watch
Respect Lux.
Yeah.
That's what I voted for.
Yeah. Okay. You'll like that one, and The Twin you might like.
Okay.
If you're not into horror, I'm not into horror, but I like the movie, so you might actually like it.
Okay. So next
it
week,
takes a
Sonic
crazy
2.
turn later on in the movie, but you might like it.
Okay. All right, so at this point of the show, we usually just open up the floor for suggestions. If you guys have some suggestions of TV shows or movies that we may want to watch, I open the panel. Also, we'll do the same thing. We'll talk about movies and TV. And again, any of our regular people that are over on the side chat, if you'd like to come on and be on the panel, hit me up on Telegram and we can get you in here. We would love to have. I would love to have a lady to join us on the panel to give us that a different view, because sometimes we got all guys that's on the panel, and sometimes a woman's view is going to be a little bit differently on some of this stuff. So think about it, ladies. If you'd like to be on the show, just hit me up there. You don't have to show your face. Use an icon, and that's fine too. So we open up the floor for movies and TV shows that's going on. I will toss out real quick.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No,
Star
no, I just got an alert for one. Andy Dick just got arrested for sexual misconduct.
Shocker!
Yeah.
No, it just dinged, and I looked at my screen. I was like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah. Well, no surprise there.
Yeah.
The new Star Trek. Why ain't it right here on this front page? The new Star Trek, New Worlds, Strange New Worlds. I'm holding out hope for this. I watched an episode.
Okay.
And we liked it. Let's see where it goes with this. I think that they've got the grounds, as long as we don't have to have a continuing storyline of building some type. But you got Spock in here. I loved he had Uhura on there.
Yeah.
So they're at a younger age of some. So if you guys remember some of the characters from the original TV show, some of those characters are in this. Not the same person, but they have Spock is on it and Lieutenant Uhura. So you have some of those kind of characters. Got hope for it. I did enjoy the first episode. Thought it was good. I'm not gonna say great. I thought it was good, and we'll see where it goes. So that was something that I hit. In Ozark, I finished that this week. Don't
say anything.
No, just OMG, OMG.
I want more.
If you're
not going to get any more.
You may. You never know.
You might.
If anybody that's watched Ozark, you've got to see this last season. They did phenomenal. They did a phenomenal job with this last season.
Did you like the ending?
Yep, I did.
I thought it would have been better.
No, it was still good. I mean, I was like a knot in the last two episodes. I was leaning like this on the couch, and Blue's like, "What's the matter with you?" I said, "I'm just so uptight and so nervous." I said, "I feel like I'm gonna throw up because I don't know what's gonna happen." And when you see people doing shit, you're like, "No, don't do that." But I thought, phenomenal job.
Yeah.
If you've not watched this show, people, I was slow to get on the board with this show, even back to first season. But great, they did a great job. So definitely worth watching. I give the floor up.
I finished all three of the tech shows in the last week or two. The Super Pumped, Wheat Crash, and Dropout.
Okay.
And out of the three, Super Pumped is the best.
Yeah.
Super Pumped.
Oh yeah. The Uber.
The one about Uber.
Oh yeah.
That was really good.
But the others are good. Jared Leto in Wheat Crash is freaking incredible. I'm sure he didn't leave character the entire time they were making that film because he's a method actor. I'm sure he was that guy for 2 months, maybe 3, however long it took to film it.
You said we crashed or
we crashed.
Yeah, we crashed.
Yep.
I'm not.
It's all one word, maybe. It's all one word.
Oh, okay. I was like, why ain't I finding it? Okay. Yeah. I've seen the poster, like on trending shows, and I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
It's
good.
Jared Leto is just so good in it, and it's a good story.
Okay.
Craziness ensues.
Anne Hathaway. Okay.
Yep,
I'm gonna add. I will add that to the list of shit we need. That maybe it's something I can get Blue to watch with me because sometimes we struggle
Mhm.
finding something that's common ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And usually for me, it's just a matter of getting her started on a show because once she gets started, she's kind of hooked.
And the other one was that one with about Theranos,
Yeah. Dropout with
Dropout
How about
Oh yeah,
yeah,
with Seyfried.
yeah, that was good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. Okay,
Yeah.
I got a couple here.
Yep.
New one that came out, The Staircase, with Colin Firth and Tony Collette. Uh, it's about that Peterson case. I watched the first episode and it sucked me in. I can't wait to watch the rest of it. But if you don't like that back and forth stuff, I guess this isn't the type of show for you because it looks like it's going to be doing that back and forth stuff. Um, the next thing was that blockbuster show that Netflix is going to be doing. It's a comedy show with Melissa Fumero and Randall Park. Melissa Fumero is from what was that? The one there with
I don't recognize her name.
yeah, you would if you watch the show Brooklyn Nine.
Oh, the Puerto Rican girl.
Yeah, her. And Randall Park, he's that other guy from the Chinese guy from
Gosh,
I can't remember.
Fresh Off the Boat.
Yeah,
His
yeah,
TV show.
yeah, him. But they're doing this show Blockbuster about the old Blockbuster rental stores.
Mm.
So it's going to be a great comedy for us to finally look back and see VHS tapes and how people had to actually go and quote unquote stream their movies. So that'll be a good one to see. Um, there are three new reality shows. Um, the one that got away, Forever Summer, Hamptons, and Cosmic Love. They're going to premiere on Amazon Prime Video. So keep your eyes ready for those.
I heard some good news on the Gangs of London today. That they're ending production. It should be good. It should be out very soon.
Good.
Okay. All right. The guy here, Netflix's the Pentavate with Mike Myers. You guys know about that one? Yeah, that one looks pretty good.
It's on Netflix.
We almost started that because Blue did the trailer for it, and I was like, "That might be good.
Yeah,
It might be funny. It's quirky. It's crazy."
Yeah.
How do you spell that? Because hold on a second.
Pentarate.
But PENTEN.
No, TAVERATE.
Pentavate.
I got it on my Plex, just haven't started.
Yeah, so do I.
Yet.
Yeah, I didn't start it yet either, but it's on mine.
Hold on a second. I'll fix that.
PEN.
All right, hold on. Copy.
PEN. Okay.
I'll copy and paste. All right. Yeah, because this actually looks. He plays like 5 characters.
Yeah, he plays 5 characters.
5 characters.
I guess I got all 6 episodes.
Yeah, we got all 6. All 6 already came out.
So I'll probably start that soon.
A
lot of comedians on this. A lot of comedians, so yeah, it's weird looking.
What do I have next here? Another one now with Jessica Biel has a new show on Hulu called Candy.
Yep.
And with Jessica Biel and Melanie Linsky. So that one is supposed to be pretty good. 1980s housewife stuff. So you with the murder thing and all that. But hey, it's the '80s, so if you like that type of music and scene, it'll be a good one to watch.
Big Brother Australia started 2 days ago for anybody that cares.
Okay.
Big Brother.
It's on my Plex for those of you that have my Plex.
Path. That's the foundation. They make a lot of movies. They have now been trying to restore a lot of classic films. So
Pathé.
kudos to them. Yeah, Pathé.
Yeah, that's an English production.
Yeah. I just want to put out kudos to them for doing that. Because that's to restore all that good stuff that no one really watches much anymore. But we got to be able to do something with it. I know we were talking about Star Trek before, but Picard. Kind of hear that?
I gave up.
Yeah,
Gave up. I'm a
everyone
quitter.
gave up
I'm a
with it,
quitter. I had to give up.
It's bad. It's
Yeah,
bad.
everyone says that last one was bad. I watched it. It was bad, yes, but I don't know what it is about why I didn't like it. You know what I mean?
Picard can't act.
No, I still think he can act.
I don't.
Hello.
I don't.
Yes,
I don't.
we'll go into town and
There
try
was
to
something
find the
about
people
his
we're looking
voice
for.
I was reading that something I guess had happened to him, and that's why his voice sounds so different.
But that doesn't happen until the end of this present season, like the last 3 episodes.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Yeah.
I couldn't watch Discovery either. I mean, it was horrible as well.
Oh yeah, Discovery had the sank off.
Well, the early parts of Discovery, I liked the first season. I liked, and maybe part of the second season, and then when they jumped, I was like, yeah, it went. Then it was, I don't know, it was just all over the place. Yep.
Fred Savage.
Yep.
They let him go from the 1 years.
Yeah, no direct. He cannot be in it or direct nothing.
Right.
And I don't think they're gonna pick that show up, and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And this was an important one. What's going on with Doctor Strange? That it's going PG-13. Did you guys know that?
No, it must be.
But I mean,
it probably should have be higher, probably.
I mean, I would have thought. I mean, yeah, I would think most of that kind of stuff would be PG-13. There's going to be some violence in that.
Yep.
So, I would think. I haven't watched it. I went to the movies.
I haven't watched it yet either.
I was going to go yesterday, but my niece was still in town, so I did not go.
Dang.
Blame it on the niece.
Damn kids.
Yeah.
And his niece is listening to saying he could have taken me to the movies.
Yeah, he's too cheap. He didn't want to pay for me to go in there and get my popcorn and my candy, my drink, and get in.
She's 25. She can pay for her own damn ticket.
Taking some of the movies. If you take someone to the movies, you better figure that's a good $30 to $40 easy. That you're gonna to take them.
Here in this little town, it's ultra cheap. It's $7 to get in and $7 for popcorn and drink. So
oh shit, you gotta be taking everybody.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Now my last thing, James Hong. You'd know him if you saw him.
Yeah.
But he finally got a star on the Walk of Fame. The guy's like 90 something now, and he's still acting. And I can't understand why it took this long. It's a shame. They had basically took up a collection, and they said, okay, we want to take up a collection for James Hong to get a star, and it was like in 4 days they had all the money, because no one could understand why he never got anything. You pulling him up there?
There you go.
Oh yeah, there he goes. Okay, great. Yeah,
Hey,
You
he's
know?
been in a lot of movies.
a lot of movies. Yeah, he's
Yep.
been in over 400 movies, I imagine. Check his IMDb and see how many movies he's been in.
How old is he?
He's like 92, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he still acts. He just did
Let's see.
that.
He's won 6 awards, 7 nominations. Of credits, 452.
Wow.
Look at that.
452 credits as an actor.
Wow.
I can't understand that. You know what I
Wow.
mean? You're gonna make this guy sit around for 6 decades, 60 years. He sat around and couldn't get a star.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's
hey,
crazy.
you think black
Pitiful.
folks got? You think black
Right?
folks
That's
got a
pitiful,
different
man. That's pitiful.
Damn.
He was
He
a
got it.
Yakuza boss through the 70s and 80s
Yep.
in every show we ever watched.
Yep. Most definitely.
Hmm.
He was in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Bang.
Oh,
You
Hey.
remember
got
Bang?
Big Trouble in Little
yeah.
China.
China. Yep.
Great movie. Great movie. I love Kurt Russell.
Ah,
Spader.
yeah. Rush Hour.
Mhm.
I don't remember Dogfight.
Well deserved star. Good
Yeah.
job.
Definitely. Okay. Nice.
So,
All right. Eddie, anything thoughts? I didn't see anybody in the side chat throwing any things.
We own this city. Anybody get into this yet?
yeah.
I have.
Not yet.
Any comment?
I love it. I
I love
absolutely love it. Yes. I think I'm on the second episode. I have to watch the third. It's already
Do
there.
you think it's going to be just as good as The Wire?
Boy.
That's hard because being able to see so many other actors from The Wire in there,
Right.
it really makes me feel good. To see them again. Will it be as good? No, because I don't think the show is going to go as long.
No.
And especially today, because now this is like another side of it. This is now the side of all the dirty cops
Yeah.
that will beat the hell out of someone in the middle of the street.
Right.
So it's going to be a great show, but I don't think it'll compare to The Wire.
No.
Because The Wire was such a great show where they made you root for the bad guy. Not that they made you root for the bad guy, but you had to root for the bad guy. Because you felt like every week it was like they were in your lives, in your home. Everyone was talking about them.
Hey, I'll throw out there's for the folks that watch movies and that have the capabilities that a lot of us do. The Lost City is available.
Yeah,
Fantastic Beast of the Secrets of Dumbledore is
that
available.
was already out. That was
Yep.
already out.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's out. This is hard coded. So it's got the Korean hard coded subs, but it's in English, so you can you don't have to read the whole time. And this Operation Mincemeat, all these drop this week. So if you're somebody that's looking for movies to watch this coming week, you may want to check one of those 3 out.
Operation Mincemeat is a remake of a movie called The Man Who Never Was, which is basically a true story.
I watched the preview. We watched the preview for this, and we almost watched it today. But then that was when Blue went and took her nap. We almost watched this. This guy was in Succession. Matthew
he's the boyfriend or the husband of the redheaded chick, right?
Yeah. So, but yeah, this movie looks good. It looks good.
But
so
if
these are available.
If you really want to appreciate this movie, I highly recommend go back and see the original, The Man Who Never Was, made in 1956.
Okay.
That changed the Second World War, right?
Yeah. So you guys can look this up, and so definitely something worth watching. But those, I just wanted to mention those couple movies. Those movies had all hit the release bugs for us. All right. Anything else? Any other shows or?
No, I don't. Can't think of anything else right now.
If you haven't watched Abbott Elementary, watch it. It's
Yeah.
funny as hell.
Yeah.
And I did start Billy the Kid.
Okay. How do
Oh
you
yeah, I
like it?
like it.
2 episodes in, not bad.
Okay.
And Blue and I watched that the other day with 2 episodes, and yeah, we'll continue watching that. We'll
It's
continue.
a Canadian film. It was made in Saskatchewan.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hey, wait till I tell Blue. You know she's gonna watch that. She's gonna, oh, you know that was in Canada? So Old Henry, not seen that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go ahead and because we're right at an hour. So let me get rid of these.
So it seems to be that Dave's the one that does all the talking because we have an hour-long show with the after show today.
But it's something it's starting to come out. A lot of the shows from the UK are coming out. A lot of new shows and new seasons are coming out. So I'm keeping my eye on that.
I can't remember. Blue was telling me about a show today, and I don't remember what it was.
From the UK?
Yeah, it was a UK show. She said
Kate
we
and
need to watch.
Joe Koji?
No,
She should watch that.
I'll send her a message. She'll add it to her list of. She's got plenty of time. She's gonna be home for the next couple of days. Looks like with the vid.
Yeah, on your TV?
Yes, it's been on my TV. Yeah, all of a sudden we all.
Have you
watch
ever
every
seen your
night.
TV or you know?
I see it. I
You
see it.
Oh,
She
okay.
usually has other stuff on it, but I see
Right,
it.
but you just see it. Okay.
No,
No,
we usually go back and forth about what we're gonna watch, and I
Uh-huh.
mean, I try not to make her watch anything she's gonna hate. And She
Right.
does. If she tries to not make me watch anything I hate, but then we'll try to find common ground on. She'll watch a show or two, and then she'll give you the remote.
Has
take
anyone
a
watched that Outer Range?
Yep.
Worth
Yep.
the watch?
Not yet.
I finished it.
Worth the watch?
Yeah, it's worth the watch.
Okay.
Confusing and I'm like this on it.
Uh-huh.
I didn't hate it, but I'm kind of like, it's weird. It's one of those weird ones. It's just like,
I could let it wait then.
yeah, you can that way. But I mean, it's not a bad movie, not a bad show. We watched.
Did you finish the second season of Raised by Wolves?
No.
It was really weird, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Raised by Wolves, the first season I thought was really good. The second season, not so much.
Yeah.
I'm
It's kind of like
halfway through
whatever.
the season. I'm just wondering if I should just delete it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was all right. It wasn't good. It wasn't as good as the first season.
They spent a lot of money to make
Yeah.
an okay product.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got one. Has anyone watched The Offer? Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet. There's only
Okay.
like 2 episodes of it out so far.
No, 4.
4? Okay.
Yeah.
The
there's
Offer?
4. The Offer. Yeah, that's
Offer.
the one about
Making the Godfather.
making the God.
Oh, we lost Aubin. Oh,
No,
he's back.
no, I'm here.
Yeah, you keep
okay.
glitching out.
Oh, am I? Oh, okay.
Not a big deal. All right, so
Yeah,
hey,
okay.
let's jump off here because we're at an hour. So thanks for Roger, Eddie, Aubin. Thank you guys. Anything you guys want to say before we go? Any comments, thoughts?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. All right. So thanks for everyone joining the show. Thank you guys for voting. Make sure to click down below, join the Telegram group so that you can vote for the movies we have to watch, as well as voting. Did you like it or not? So we'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure, let's see, what's it? Sonic the Hedgehog.